to Pretty Pastel Pastries, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Giselle. In today's tutorial, we're going to be making these beautiful chocolate covered strawberries with cute little hearts and butterflies. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay everyone, let's get right into the video. So we've already pre-washed our strawberries, and for our chocolate wafers, we're going to use the Merkins Super White. And we're also going to use the Stover Sweet Shop in milk coating wafers. So now using my favorite silicone cup containers, we're going to pour inside our candy coatings for both of our colors. So we're first going to melt our white chocolate coating wafers first. So that one's going to go in there for 30 seconds at a time. Now this one is after its first 30 seconds, and as you can see there's a little bit of melting going on around our cup, so I'm just going to move it around because it is a silicone cup and it is super flexible. Now this is after the next 30 seconds, and we're going to give this a good stir with our spatula, making sure we stir as well as we can. And my favorite tool to use is my metal spatula. I've used this one for all of my videos and it is one of my favorites. Perfect, so now that we've mixed our chocolate here, this will be going back into the microwave for 15 seconds. So far we have done 30 seconds plus 30 seconds, and this one has been the 15 seconds. So all I'm doing is I'm going to keep on mixing this until we create this consistency right here. There is enough warmth in my cup in order to melt those little leftover candy melts that were a little bit hard, so that's more than enough for it to all melt down and it'll get to that consistency. I'm gonna set this off to the side, but I am going to open up these sprinkles from Sweet Shop, and I did find this at my local Walmart. So moving on to coloring your chocolate, today I'm going to use the brand Color Mill in the color Candy, and I'm just going to keep adding pink drops until I've reached the desired color of pink that I love. And to those who have subscribed to me, thank you guys so much. I'm almost at 100K, like, I can't even believe that. Honestly, thank you guys so much for all of your support, and it's just been so amazing, and I'm so happy to be back as well. I have been MIA on my channel for a year now, like, I can't even believe that. I just feel like I was just here yesterday and now it's a year later, like, it just doesn't add up. So, oh my god, I can't believe it, but I'm really happy to be here today and to be creating tutorials again. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. Okay, now we have to get back to the video. So our next step is going to be inserting our toothpicks right by our strawberry. So right where the stem is, we can either press it behind or in front, so wherever, and we're going to place it around the middle of the strawberry. And what I love doing personally is picking up all of the strawberry leaves, just picking them up like that so that nothing gets in the way when we're dipping our chocolate. So now we're just gonna dip it, and I like to go a little bit higher, not all the way. And then we're just going to lift up and drip off the excess chocolate. And the chocolate we're using today is from Stover Sweet Shop. I've used their ultra white, their white, milk, and dark coating wafers, and they're all really good. I really love all of them, and a huge plus, they're really easy to melt, and I never get clumps, or I never have to add any coconut oil, like anything like that at all. It's just perfect just the way that it is, which is why I highly recommend the Stover Sweet Shop. And as far as the white chocolate coating wafers, those ones were from the brand Merkins that I'm using here today, and that one for me was a little bit too on a thinner consistency. Like, the Stover Sweet Shop is perfect because I feel like it's not super thin, and you get that very beautiful base on your berry. It's just like if you look at it right there, like the milk chocolate, it's just like perfect. It's absolutely beautiful. But then when I noticed when I was dipping into my Merkins, it was way too thin, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. I don't believe that I'm going to purchase Merkins again, to be honest. I just purchased it because that was the only one that I can find at my local cake craft store, which is not bad. It's just I would need to double dip those for sure if I wanted a smoother base on my berry. But I'm gonna try my best to find the Stovers and Company super white wafers because those ones are my number one favorite. Those are really good. So we're gonna keep repeating the same process as we've been doing with our berries here. So when we're lifting, make sure you take off as much as you can so that at the bottom it doesn't create a big, larger puddle of chocolate. So now that we're done dipping all of our berries, I'm going to use the same pink that we've been dipping our strawberries in, and I'm going to intensify this color by adding in just more of our pink candy coloring. So now that we've added more of our pink candy coloring, this is the color we've achieved and it's very pretty. It's giving me like Barbie pink. It's such a beautiful color. Now I'm just going to add it inside of my piping bag. We're going to cut a small tip and I'm just going to fill in this really cute butterfly here. And if you would like to know where I purchased all of these supplies, please make sure to check down below in the description box. I'll have everything detailed right down there. We're also going to do the same to our heart mold. And here's a little trick for you. For your piping bag, you want to make sure you're adding a lot of pressure when you're filling in your molds. That way you create zero air bubbles and air pockets in your chocolate. And that way everything just comes out very smooth out of your mold. So we're also going to help prevent that even more, we're going to tap it on our countertop a lot of times so that way we make sure there are zero air bubbles in there. Now we're going to place this into our refrigerator for about 10 minutes or until you see that your chocolate has set. Now that we've taken out our mold from the refrigerator, they are now fully set. We're going to start slowly peeling them away from this mold here and just do that very carefully. Now with this mold, unfortunately, I found that the little antennas for the butterflies were really difficult for it to come out fully. So what I ended up doing was just kind of breaking them off a little bit as soon as I took it out of its mold. And these still came out very beautiful. You can't even tell that it had that design in there. So I'm just going to do this for the rest of my butterflies and for our hearts as well. Now let's get started on decorating our strawberries, and I'm going to use this very small little brush and I'm just going to add some of my favorite sterling pearl. I'm going to add it on the strawberry and I'm just going to swirl it around very gently. You don't want to go too harsh with this because it'll adhere to the strawberry very easily. And just like that, it comes out so pretty. I love doing this to some of my strawberry designs. Not all of them, just like some of your strawberries. It gives it that extra pop and it looks very glam. I love these glam strawberries. So to the middle of this one, I'm going to add one of the largest little hearts right in the center. Make sure you hold it for a little bit just so that the chocolate hardens up. So for this next strawberry, we're going to do a very simple drizzle. And then we're going to immediately grab our little sprinkles and we're going to add it to the middle. We have to make sure we're working pretty fast here because if you live in a climate where it's very cold, your chocolate tends to set up very fast. So also make sure you have your sprinkles ready to go. I'm just going to add a little dollop of this chocolate, our half butterfly here. And let's move on to our next berry. We're also going to do another drizzle with this one. We're now going to use our sterling pearl with the milk chocolate berry. And as you can see here, it's kind of looking golden. I don't know, there's like a difference when I used it on like a lighter colored berry and the milk chocolate one. It just comes out looking a little bit more gold, which I loved. It looked really pretty too. We're also going to add just a regular pink drizzle on top. Okay, now this strawberry, I tried so many different things because initially it was supposed to be a regular heart, but I ended up making one side like it had that little chocolate puddle in the middle and I didn't like it. And I just kept trying so many things. I filled it. I also added on top these little heart molds. I was trying to make it better, but I just ended up making the strawberry a lot worse. But I did eat that strawberry. That strawberry was so good. But just the design, the flow, just it just didn't match, you know, it didn't match our vibe. So we just completely exited that strawberry out of our strawberry designs. But I still wanted to show you guys the whole little process that I tried. Last strawberry, we're adding a little dot with our butterfly in the center. Now moving on to our packaging, we have these 12-inch sleeves and they come in the color pink and white. They're very pretty and we can fit our 6 strawberries inside. Now we're going to use our mini cupcake liners and these are my absolute favorite ones. I used to use the bigger cupcake liners, but they were just too big in proportion to my strawberry and it made my strawberries look too small. So now these ones are perfect. They like cup around the berry very nicely and they look larger. So huge difference and they're just really nice. So I was seeing that one of my berries, the little mold was too high and I couldn't close it with my clear sleeve. So what I ended up doing was just very carefully twisting off the butterfly. I added a little dollop of chocolate and just lowered that butterfly. Now there is some pink chocolate that it is visible to see and it just doesn't look good. So I ended up just grabbing one of my little hearts and adding it to the middle. They're just quick little things that we can do just in case something doesn't go right. We can always fix it. So that's really good. And of course, we can't forget about our glitter. So I'm just grabbing a small brush and I'm just dusting the top of it with some of that pretty glitter. And if you plan on purchasing these boxes, remember that there is a clear protective paper on your box so that it looks super shiny when you take it off. Lastly, we're going to add on some of our pink ribbon. So I'm just going to roll this out long, cut with some scissors, and we're just going to add it to the top of our box and create a very beautiful and dainty bow. I see these bows all over my Instagram and I'm just like, okay, I can add it to my strawberry box and it looks actually very pretty. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up down below. And in the comment section, let me know of any video suggestions you would like to see on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys, have a lovely day.